Good day, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. Hey, Marie, can you hear me okay? You should be able to hear me now. Good, good. Hope everybody's doing great. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. Hey, Rochelle. Oh, let me turn off the other. Let me turn this thing off. All right, let's close that. I don't need any echo. Hey, Robert. Yes, Joy, that is Murray, the host to our dinner. Hey, Rakesh, how are you? I thought you were imitating Matt. No, no, he's not here today. I'm not imitating him. Hey, Piet DeBrock, how are you? Richard, Kevin, Peter, Steve, Eric. I can't pronounce the name. Is it Eric Hoggins? Is that it? Eric Hoggins. I think I'm just pronouncing your first name and last name together. That's the problem. Eric Hoggins. Then we got Mazen. Hello, infinitely. Hello there. Bodine, Chad, Polly, Genevieve, Penny. Hey, Penny, how are you? So good to finally I got a chance to meet a lot of you, and it makes it much easier to visually to connect myself to you. So it makes it much better for me because you guys see me all the time, but I never get a chance to see you guys. Hey, Peter, how are you? Piet DeBrock is here. Hohen is here. Murray's here. Robert is here. Let me go from the top here. We got Claudia. We got MR71. Rakesh. We got who else we got here? Boy, we're starting out slow today. We got Steve. We got Melissa. We got Chris. We got CTSY. Hey, Chris. We got a lot of people here coming in. Good. Rochelle's here. Bob is here. Arturo's here. Wade is here. Phil is here. Ted is here. Genevieve is here. Chad, Dan, Jesse, Richie, James, Cowell, Vince, Dave, Eduardo, Karen, David, Stacy, Robert. We got a lot of people here. Mark, Jason. Hey, Jason. Wald Market right now. That's right. Alan, Rachel, Robert, Vernon. Hey, Vernon. David. We got a couple of Davids here. Hashir, Mike, Mary, Leslie. Got a lot of people coming in all of a sudden. Look at that. Yep. People are coming in. Hey, Raj, how are you? Penny says almost touched July. Yep. Ron, Ivano. Hey, Ivano. Kirk, Ty, Vernon, John. Ooh, 40% on Dell. Good. Look at you, Robert. 27%, 17%. Good. Hey, Bill, how are you? Yeah, we've had a pretty good run. We had 2-day trades yesterday that could have been done as swing trades. I was actually telling somebody here this morning that the pit trades we've been taking, the pit trades we've been, oh, something just got clicked. I'll look at it in a minute. Why does AT&T always call me at the same time? Oh, there's Clydester. Hey, Clyde. So as I was saying to you guys today, you could have we did a Dell trade this morning, but yesterday we did CMG and we did another trade. But what I wanted to say was if you stayed short CMG, take profit and happy Friday. And if you did the other trade, which I almost forgot about, from yesterday, it was God, I post so much stuff here. One second. What was the other trade we closed yesterday? Does anybody remember? He's right outside the door actually. What was it yesterday that we took? It was CMG. Was it CMG? It was CMG, Dell, and there was another one we did yesterday. We did yesterday morning. Give me one second. Now it's driving me nuts. It was Starbucks. Starbucks. Thank you. Yes, I should have just scrolled down. But closed McDonald's. Good for you, Ralph. Starbucks. So we did Starbucks. We did CMG and we did Dell. And if you did not close out Starbucks and CMG yesterday, yesterday you could have done it today for a better price. And today we did Dell and we did a bonus S&P trade as well. So we're cooking with gas. Thank you. And you know what the best part is? They were all winners. Hold on, my TC2000 is giving me a bunch of alerts. Okay, Dollar Tree. One second, I got to check this real quick here. DLR. Where is DLR? I got to pull up my other screen here. Okay, now I know what's going on. Okay, now I know what happened. So DLR gave me a signal. Okay, at the VWAP, and there was something else that gave me a signal. It was fast. Let's see what the SPY's doing. That's why, because the SPY rallied and fast hit the VWAP. That's what happened. So fast hit the VWAP, and I'm just trying to reconcile what just happened. All right. That's okay, Jeffrey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Naples fan. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, and the SPY trade. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. You're right. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things that, one second, I need to pull up my chart. I need to look at something right now. So that's the SPY. SPY couldn't even go to the VWAP. DLR went up. It's pretty spready. I may want to short this. I may want to short this. I'm just going to keep an eye on it for now. Jason says, do you think VIX will see 2030 rage in the foreseeable future? Well, let's take a look. We are right now in the 20 to 30 range, Jason. I actually don't think we're going to stay this elevated for a long time. I think we're going to start coming back down into the 23 area. When VIX drops, it drops precipitously. Usually doesn't go above 28. There's a major resistance right here. Major resistance right here. Yeah. Typically, when you see what I don't like is, you see, I like VIX when they does this kind of move. This is not a good move. This is longer term fear. So not really happy about that. Not really. Aaron Kelly raised your hand. You don't have to raise your hand, Aaron. You could just post your question right here. Per Fox News, Trump just signed an order to create a Bitcoin reserve. Good. That should drive Bitcoin prices higher, but this is a short right here. Coinbase looks like a short. I'm actually going to add it to my list. Okay. Oh, also, by the way, before I start, I have a webinar. Well, I'll be talking about my top predictions, outlook, and the Pro Trader dashboard, folks. Here's this. That happens at 1 p.m. There we go. There we go. Hey, Marlon, how are you? Up 300, lost 290. That's the kind of morning for me. Just nasty. Sorry to hear that. All right. All right. Let's continue. So what is the SPY doing right now? The SPY's breaking the 200-day moving average. It's not poking. Remember what I said here? What it typically does? It bounces, 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 and then it decides what it wants to do next. Right now, what it's deciding to do next is no good. And folks, I want to welcome you officially. If we were to close right here, all the news headlines over the weekend is going to be that we are below the 200-day moving average. And that is going to put a lot of pressure on our president, who is, quote unquote, not looking at the stock market at all right now. To be fair, somebody asked him that question, so he answered. I mean, he didn't just say it randomly. I actually watched the interview after the market yesterday. He's like, I'm not watching the market. That's fair enough. But the problem is he has people who work for him, like Kevin Hassett, who is watching the market. and I know that for a fact. So because you have to be watching the market when we get to this is the 200-day moving average. Let me explain to you the significance of this. There's a significance there. The significance here is that when we move below the 200-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average is a barometer of strength of bull versus bear. It's not like a 50-day line. And what happens is institutions Boyd says if the market thinks we should continue increasing debt, I hope he totally ignores it. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Commit market. Do not try to outsmart. You don't try to outsmart the market. No. Always go with the flow. But the problem is here, the program buying will stop. A lot of funds. Hey, Doris. A lot of funds will put a cap on their program buying. And if a cap gets put on their program buying, what you're going to see is you're going to see buying by a lot of by a lot of retail traders. And retail trading volume is not sustainable, and it's not really good volume. So you got to be really careful when we start breaking the 200-day moving average. You really have to be careful. What's even worse is we're not breaking the 200-day moving average emotionally. This is not emotional selling pressure. This is emotional selling pressure right here. That's emotional selling pressure. This is, and by the way, notice every one of these bars is white. That's high volume bars. So it's not just random selling pressure. It's selling pressure. Intentional liquidation. Look at mega caps. That's the mags. They're at 200. Look at RSP at the 200. Notice everything is at the same level now. 200 QQQ. That, folks, is institutional selling pressure. That's institutions telling Donald Trump and our economy, we are not, now remember something. The market takes into account everything that's known, okay? And what the market's telling our president right now, that in the foreseeable future, as far as we can see, what you're doing sucks for the economy. It's not saying, well, in the short term, this is bad, but in the long run, this is good. No, what it's telling them, this is bad. What you're doing is bad. Bad, 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 bad. It's not going to have a positive impact because the market is remember, the market is pricing in anything we could throw as far as we could throw. Anything that's foreseeable is priced into this market. So you could say, well, tariffs are going to be good in the long run. Folks, tariffs are punitive. Our president may know real estate, but he's not a market whiz. And tariffs are punitive, and it's like tax. It's like increasing tax, and ultimately we're going to pay for it. So in case you're curious who's going to blink first, we'll find out. But the market's telling our president, no, 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 no. And unfortunately, you know who's always right? The market is always right. The market is always right. Amazed that you lived on the same dorm floor that I did. Oh, that's to Penny. Hello, we'll smooth out. Roger will help us. I will, but it may be to the short side. So the point is right now we have to be very cautious. We can't play the things will get better. We can't do that. Please don't do that. I got an email yesterday. If you have big names and hedge funds backed, Kamala, there you have it. Please don't bring politics into this, Pink Sparkles. This has nothing to do with Kamala. This has to do with Trump and his tariffs. If tariff revenue reduces debt, the long run, it's positive. Yeah, Boyd. Yeah, you keep saying that, and the market will reduce half of its value, and we'll see the popularity of the current legislature. Remember, we're in the now. We're in the now. This has nothing to do with Kamala. This has nothing to do with Biden. This has to do with the fact that our president wants to charge foreign nations 20 to 25% tariffs, which is a very bad idea right now. The market is not ready for that. Okay, please don't bring Kamala. President Reagan. Let's not go there, okay? Let's not turn this into a political discussion. I'm interpreting the market right now, and I'm talking about tariffs, which happens to be, yeah, please get over the old administration. This is not political. This is, what people are, here's what people are doing right now, and I really don't appreciate this. Don't turn this into a political discussion. This is a financial discussion. If our president didn't stick his nose into the financial markets, then I wouldn't be talking about him right now. Okay? So 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 right now the QQQ, every index is at the 200 moving average. The market is not interpreting our political things in a positive way, as you could see it right here. This is, don't blame me. If I'm saying something you don't like, I'm so sorry, but I'm only talking about the market right now. Right. The market is not political and doesn't like emotional. What the market is reacting is on these tariffs right now. Right. No, I agree with you, Mark. I agree with everything you're saying. I just want you guys to know I'm not disagreeing with any of this. Then stop saying Trump. How about just tariffs? Okay, you want me to not talk, but Trump is the one that keeps talking every 4 times, no, 5 times a day about tariffs. He's the one that's doing this. You want me to just, okay, you know what, Kate? I'll tell you what. We're just all going to pretend we live in this perfect world, and it's not Donald Trump that's doing this tariffs. It's Clyde. We're going to blame Clyde on the tariffs, okay? Come on, guys, let's be real here. All right, all right. So, just like let me do my job. Hey, I want you guys to know something. I'm not the one coming up with these tariffs, and I'm not the one selling the market right now. But I'm trying to explain to you what's going on and how to interpret it. Please stop telling me how to do my job. Jesus. Like, I'm literally looking at the 200-day moving average, and I'm looking at the next time Trump is going to speak, which is going to be in a couple of hours, and he's going to be talking about tariffs. How do you want me do you want me to just kind of like pretend it's not happening? Do you want me to put my head under the sand? All right. Yeah, but you see, the problem, Liberty, is the short term is connected to the long term. That's how we get context. Context. All right. Context. Yes, it's all woven together. Oh, he's talking now? No, no, we have to ignore the fact that he's talking now. No, 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 it has nothing to do with him. The market's not dropping because he's talking about tariffs right now. Folks, please. Yes, it's like chickens and eggs. Thank you. People are amazing. People are amazing. Amazing. They're just amazing. People are freaking amazing. All right. Yeah, just don't say his name. Just say tariffs. All right, let's do this, folks. So, let me start out with volatility. Volatility is moving straight up very, very slowly right now. I agree with you, Kevin. I agree. Yeah, can I just do my job? Can I please do my job? I just want to do my job, folks. So, the bond market is consolidating right now. It's pinched between the 100 and the 200-day line. If Trump if Trump goes back on the tariffs, which I believe he will, then the bond market will fly through the 200-day moving average and start becoming deflationary. If Trump blinks first. If Trump doesn't blink first, then the bond market will start coming down because interest rates will start coming up. Okay? What I'm getting from him is so far tariffs. You, t- President's talking about tariffs. We can't use his name here. He's not. It has nothing to do with the president. It's just we'll just say tariffs. I mean, who are the people? If you really think that, you really need to stop trading like yesterday. Okay. Yeah, Trump's tariffs. Penny says it doesn't matter whether we agree or disagree. We only need to understand exactly, exactly. Please listen to me. So the odds are he's not going to make up his mind for a while. And if he doesn't make up his mind for a while, we're going to stay consolidated here. The problem with that theory is I'm okay with that, but I'll tell you what's not okay with that. This is not okay with that. This is not okay with that. And this is responding directly based on what he is saying right here. Now, remember what I told you. Remember what I told you guys, very, very importantly, that there's a lot of support here at these levels, right at these levels. You see, there's a lot of support. And this thing isn't going down anymore. So what I'm hoping for is that the US dollar going to start bouncing back up till right here about 106. All right. We got till about 106, and then it should start coming back down. This level right here, is no longer valid because we broke this structure. Not only did we break the structure, we broke the 200-day, which puts us in a much weaker position as far as our economy is concerned. Okay. And I'm sure Powell will talk about that in a little bit as well. Okay. Larry says, if the market keeps going to the downside today, can margin call happen on Monday? Depends. Of course it can happen on Monday. There's going to be a lot of margin calls on Monday, and those margin calls will shake us out. Jeffrey says, as I told you earlier, I joined the pit in mid-January, already paid for the lifetime membership. You're doing your job. Yeah, I just want to do my job, folks, please. Don't tell me how to do my job. Just let me do my job. I know. Tell me about it, Omar. I know. I don't want to. I want him to stick his nose out of the financial market so that I don't have to talk about it anymore. Thank you. I appreciate it, Kate. No, no. So see, the U.S. dollar is coming down. This is very, very bad. But I'm hoping that somebody will talk some sense into our wonderful president, and we will start coming back to the 200-day moving average, and it'll stabilize. Okay, it needs to stabilize, and for it to stabilize, it needs to go above the 200-day moving average. Okay, so this is the level that I'm looking at. You may want to write it down. It's about 105. There you go, Bill. About 105. 105. Okay. I appreciate it. And I didn't get it. You were saving money, is leaving the market. Yeah. This is what I was, Sean, what you're saying right now, um, what you're saying right now is actually really important. So typically, so folks, I want to explain this to you so you understand, because what Sean is saying is very important, and it has a lot to do with, Marge, I'm going to explain it to you right now. Marge says, what is causing bank stocks to fall? The dollar, interest rates. I'm going to explain it to you right now. John says a lower U.S. dollar is better for U.S. companies than export. Yes, yes. Here's what the U.S. dollar. If the U.S. dollar, typically when U.S. stocks fall, folks put their money into the U.S. dollar, or they put their money into the bond market. So typically, when you see stocks around the 200-day moving average, like we're seeing right here, you see what we call flight to quality, and market money starts moving into the bond market, which we're really, and we see, when I say money coming into the bond market, we start seeing parabolic moves. This is not a parabolic move. This isn't even, not even a hiccup. Okay. Or if it doesn't go into the bond market, it starts leaving the markets. People start putting their money away. And what that happens is the US dollar starts getting weaker when people start pulling their money out of the country, putting their money out of the market, pulling their money. So what we should be seeing is a stronger US dollar as the US stock market starts declining, but we're not seeing that. And we're not seeing flight to quality from the bond market at all. So typically, what we see is money staying in USA currencies when people still pull money out of the market. We're not seeing that right now. Do you understand, Marge? Thank you for not interrupting me, just letting me do my job for 5 minutes and speaking without this nonsense. Okay, so Sean, we're not seeing what we want to see is we want the US dollar to stay strong and money coming into the bond market as the stock market's dropping, because then we could say, well, money's coming out of the stock market, but it's still staying in USA. Money right now is not staying in the USA. So not only are we seeing lack of confidence, and again, I'm not going to mention whose fault it is. I'm not going to mention any of that. I'm just going to give you the fact. So not only are we seeing money coming out of the US stock market, but we're also seeing money coming out of the dollar. And the money comes out of the dollar when folks are not confident in the US economy as a whole, not only the stock market, but a US economy as a whole. Now, I don't know the reason for that, but I'm speculating with about a 99.99999999999% accuracy that it has to do with the back and forth on the tariffs. And I'll leave it at that. Okay? All right? Okay, let me just see if there's any comments. There's no interest to buy bonds these days. Nope, not at all. It looks like we're seeing money coming into this right here. The gold market. The gold market's still staying stable. Yeah, gold is a better bet right now. No, it's all good, pops. It's all good. It just blows my mind away that people like it like if you think I want to be political here or talk about politics, I run the other way when T-Bus starts talking politics. But I mean, like, this is what's impacting the market right now. Sometimes the weather impacts the market. Sometimes semiconductors. You know how I always tell you guys in the morning? So let me teach you something really quick. I want to explain something to you. Maybe this will explain things. Okay, I think I know where the disconnect is, and I'm going to try to I want to in good faith try to explain it to you guys. Okay. No, it's not political. It's reality, exactly. But no. But there's more to it than that. There's something I always try to teach you guys, and what I try to teach you is that always find the vulnerability point in the market. The vulnerability point in the market is what's causing what will cause the market to go up or down that day. So a few days ago, Nvidia, it wasn't yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. I told you in the morning, remember, like a doctor, we dissected everything, and semiconductors were down about 3%. And I said, look at Nvidia. It was today's Friday. It was sometimes this week. Time totally gets away from us. And I told you guys, I said, look, everything is linchpin right now is Nvidia and to a lesser degree mega caps. That's in question right now. Whatever happens there is going to decide the big market. So I'm going somewhere with this. Do you guys remember what day it was? Was it Tuesday? Richard, do you guys remember what day it was? Was it Tuesday morning? Was it Wednesday morning? I mean, time just runs away from me. But I'm sure you guys remember it was this week. It was sometimes this week. And I think it was chips. They were up like 3% pre-open. Was it Wednesday? Thank you, Wes. Thank you. And again, I'm not trying to mess with anybody here. Wednesday morning. I appreciate it. Okay. So the lesson there was, if you can't identify the trigger, the sensitive area, the weakest link in the chain, then you won't be able to gauge the market that day effectively, because that is what's driving price. So we talk. Yes, the stinker. Exactly, Wes. Who is the stinker of the day? That's how I presented it like that. Wednesday morning. Thank you. Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah, I talked about this. Man, you pay attention, Wes. I like this. The blue bar next. One second. Somebody just Skype me here. Slack me. Skype me. Hold on. Maybe Matt has something to say. No. Hmm. Still haven't heard from him. Anyway, linchpin. Yes, the linchpin. The troll. So you guys remember this? Good. 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 Well, the reason I'm talking so much yesterday and today about Trump and these tariffs, it's because that's the linchpin of the market. So now do you guys understand why I'm obsessed with it today? Because that's what the linchpin is when we're at the 200-day moving average. So I'm hyper focused on Trump and this tariff thing because that's going to decide to a large degree if we're staying above or below. I don't have anything else. That's my target today. Not because I want it to be my target today, because that's what's driving the market today. So I want you guys to understand. I'm not trying to pick on him or this is it's just that's what's in focus today. So my focus 80/20 is on that. Like I turned on the TV yesterday for the first time to listen to the while he was speaking because that's what's driving price right now. That's what all the hedge funds are looking at. So while that stays an issue, I have to stay on it like white on rice. Do you guys under Yes, the root cause, exactly. So earlier this week, that wasn't it. It was Nvidia and SMH. A few days before that, I think it was oil prices. But every day or two, and it usually lasts a day or two, every day or two, there's a different drum. We beat to a different drum. And unfortunately, right now, we're beating to that tariff drum when we're at the 200-day moving average, which is why I'm so darn fixated on it. Okay, so it's not because why are there any tariffs? Ron, it's beyond my pay grade. Actually, based on research, tariffs doesn't actually matter much, but it seems to have become a big issue. Eh, Obviously, it's a big issue. Obviously, it's a big issue. Okay, and so for me to say, okay, I'm not going to talk about politics today. I'm not going to talk about. I can't do that because that's the only thing that's driving price right now. That's the only thing that matters right now. So obviously I'm focused on it like there's no tomorrow. To give you an example, did you see my morning broadcast? Every other word in the analysis was tariffs, uncertainty, tariffs, uncertainty. I didn't write this. It was written by bar chart. But that's what's in focus right now. So there's no way for me to avoid it. I can avoid it, but then I would have to just lock up till it's done, and then we can move on to something else. So I cannot avoid something that's completely overtaken the market right now. Now, do you guys understand? Hopefully now you understand why I'm talking about it nonstop. Okay? We make money when price moves. Yes. Yes, yes. So that's what's driving the market right now. All right. All right. Good. All right. Now let me give you guys stocks that I'm looking at, and I want to tell you guys a big mistake that a lot of you are making in your trades. Let me pull up my TC 2000. By the way, the bond market is coming off right now. Let's see what the stock market's doing. Stocks are going up on a 5-minute basis, which is fantastic. I'm really looking at Verizon a lot. I'm looking at McDonald's a lot. I'm looking at Para a lot. I'm looking at Amgen quite a bit. Those are the stocks that I'm looking at right now to the upside. Now, I just wanted to give them to you before we go to the downside. Now, what I'm looking for is this. What would cause me to get into these stocks? I want the SPY to go above the VWAP, and then I want it to pull back to the VWAP and test it. And that would cause me to buy these stocks. Well, Roger, what happens if we never get there? What happens if we get to the VWAP and we just back down? That could happen too, right? Well, if that happens, I have my list of short-term stocks, short stocks that I'm looking at, and I'm seeing how they're reacting. Now, I wanted to short DLR, but look how strong DLR got. DLR may be outperforming the SPY. That's off my list right away. Now, not for a swing trade, for a day trade. How about Team? Oh, look at SPY and look at Team. Barely reacting. Stays on my list. How about Spotify? Eh. How about Tesla? Eh. How about Bros? Ooh, Bros doesn't look bad. How about Costco? Ooh, Costco barely moved up. Look at the SPY. And look at Costco. Look at Coin. Do you guys see what I do all day long? So I want to show you guys something. What I just did, the exercise that I just went through, I spend about 6 hours a day doing that. Did you guys just see what I just did over the last 2 minutes? I looked at the SPY. You want me to do it again, John? I'll do it again. It's worth doing it again. You guys want me to do it again? I'll do it again. Because it's worth doing it again. It's worth doing it 100 times, actually. Okay. All right. Good. Oh, you guys want me to do it again? Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the SPY. So here, I'm going to get you guys inside my head right now, okay? We're looking at SPY. We know we're expecting volatility. So obviously, we only want to focus on the strongest and the weakest stocks. We are below the 200-day moving average, so we have a bearish bias. And look at how many red candles we have. And when they're not red, they're white, which means they're high volume, which means this move is there's institutional selling pressure here, not some monkey business. This is institutional selling pressure. And if you notice, again, all of this started when Trump started going back and forth, back and forth. And remember something else. I didn't say tariffs are bad. I didn't say tariffs are good. All I said was I want it to be over with. I want him to just do whatever he does and be over with so we can move on, so the market can start looking for something else so we don't have to talk about it. That's all I want. I don't care what he does. That's the part you guys are missing. See, I don't care what happens. I'm okay with whatever he does. Just do it already. Just do it, and so the market will get off the 200-day. It's the uncertainty that it can't tolerate. It's not whether he does this or doesn't do anything. We just want him to do something. See, I'm not disagreeing with what he's doing. I'm saying it just has to be done already. Okay, just want to make sure you guys understand that too. Rochelle, I know it's not his style, but again, please don't listen to me and only hear the words you want to hear. Exactly. Just do it. So don't tell me I'm against him. Don't say I don't like him. Don't send me emails saying that. No, you're not listening to what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with his decisions. I just want it to happen already. Good. Right. That's all I'm saying. So let me do this exercise again. So big picture, market's going down. We definitely have a downwards bias. So clearly we're going to look at down stocks more seriously than up stocks, and probably we'll have better targets to the downside too. T was one of my picks from this morning, and I think I liked Fast too this morning, Richard. Thank you for saying that. But let's continue. We got a lot of people here. We almost have 500 people here. We got 93 on YouTube. By the way, I am going to be doing a live class where I'll be talking about my predictions on tariffs, volatility, oil, crypto, price forecasts, all that jazz. Here's the link for that for you guys, and it's happening at 1 o'clock. Please don't misconstrue what I am saying and why I'm saying it. So we have a downwards bias, so we're obviously going to prefer trades to the short side. But the SPY, which happens to be right at the 200-day moving average, which means there's a huge amount of uncertainty in the market, and we already know why. We need to see what happens at the VWAP. We are now, my dogs are going crazy, barking again. We are now right at the VWAP. So what are we going to do? Let's look at our long lists. Let's look at our shorts and see how they're doing. Because if we bounce down from here, right, we don't want to buy. But at the VWAP, this gives us our lowest, highest probability opportunities, right? Right? So let's look at our shorts. DLR. Well, DLR is way above the VWAP. So it's been outperforming the SPY. Why in the world would I want to short a stock that's outperforming the SPY today? And look at that tail. Doesn't look that great on a daily either. There's the tail. You see it right there. So DLR, I probably would not want to do as a day trade or a swing trade. So I'm going to cross it off my list. Team. How does team look? Well, what has the SPY been doing going up? What is team doing? So let's say I misread the tea leaves and I'm wrong and the SPY starts going up. There's a good chance the team will still go down. How does it look on a daily chart? Well, it doesn't have the 200-day moving average all the way here. It broke the 100 like it wasn't even there. And it's been going straight down today and telling me, I really don't care what the market's doing. I'm going down. That's relative weakness, folks. That's relative weakness right there. Check mark. Candidate for a short right there. Let's continue. Spotify. What is Spotify doing? Well, SPY is already at the... Now remember, I already picked these stocks. This is my watch list, right? What is the SPY doing today? SPY's at the VWAP. What is Spotify doing? It's not at the VWAP. If the SPY turn and look at it yesterday, look at this. Does it look to you? What trader that has any self-respect would go long this stock right now unless they were a bottom picker? And we all know that bottom picking doesn't work over time. So this looks like a shitty stock right here. Matter of fact, I think we might have shorted it earlier this week. I don't recall it. We trade so many stocks. 90% on Starbucks this morning and still going down. You're welcome, Alan. See, Starbucks was a swing trade from yesterday and a day trade from yesterday, and Alan's making 90% on it. Oh, Powell says Fed is awaiting greater clarity on Trump policies. Folks, do you remember what I said my fixation is right now? Clarification on Trump policies. Nothing can happen till everything is at a status. That's the vulnerable spot. That's the ulcer point. That's the chain. It's right now, today, that's the problem. Unclarity. Exactly, Bodine. So you see, I'm not the only one. The markets hate uncertainty. Do you think going back and forth on tariffs every 5 minutes is going to give us any clarity? Come on. Powell's saying exactly what I'm saying. How can he make policy if he doesn't know if we're going to have tariffs or not? How do you make policy if you don't know if tomorrow the auto industry will be alive or not? Or if tomorrow chocolate's going to cost 25% more? How do you make policy? How do I trade? I don't. I'm fixated on this issue till it's resolved. That's the sticky point today. Sorry, folks, can't get off of it till he resolves it. And either will the market. Okay, Spotify, barely reacting. Not a bad short. If the SPY gives out right now and comes down, I'll bet you Spotify and I'll bet you a nickel team will go lower. And if the SPY continues going higher, well, do you see team following along? A little bit. It's not curling down anymore. It's just kind of going sideways. But do you guys see what I'm saying? Yep. But team is not. Spot is not. This is what I do all day long. So let's continue. Tesla. Ooh, Tesla's responding. But look at SPY. SPY is really strong. And Tesla is flagging, but it's probably too strong. It's following SPY too much. Let's cross it off our list. How about Brothers? Ooh, not bad. Not bad. I mean, not the best, but I'll promise you if SPY turns down, this will probably follow down right now. Hey, Ruthie, how are you? Good to have you here. How about Costco? Oh, Costco's not having it. And by the way, look at the daily chart on Costco. High volume candle through two moving averages. I could have swore like, hey, now I know why I gave you a bonus debit spread on Costco today. Maybe because it's doing this. DLR, let's look at DLR. Yeah, it's no good. Too strong. Too strong. Do you understand why I need to see the market go up before I can pick a short? Because I want to find this. That's the stock I want to find. That's the stock I want to find. I already got the daily trend on my side. Now we just got to get the intraday. Are you guys starting to get it? How about coin? Ooh, coin. Coin is reacting to the market and it's choppy. Forget coin. I'm gonna cross it out. By the way, let's check momentum levels. 508. This morning, we were at 367. KR is going up compared to WMT and Costco. Canada is telling people not to shop at Costco. Roger, thank you for what you do. You're welcome, Stacy. Uh, Jason Apple getting it. Yes, good. I'm glad you're getting it. Trump is not going to clarify his position on tariffs because it's the distraction from his real agenda. Solidify. That's beyond my pay grade. Dave, if I start thinking outside the box, my hair is gonna start falling out again. Uh, could you just put SPY on the same chart for comparison of the stock tickers? Yeah, sure you can, Dave. I do that all the time. I just don't have to because I can do it with my eyes. But yes, just got to tick. Yeah, okay. And started above VWAP, staying all there, moving on. Crap, it's jumping up fast. Let's look at on real quick. But I wanted you guys to see this. Now let's try the long side. Okay, let's try the long side. Now on is very strong. AMD is very strong. I wonder what happened with AMD. All right, let's do the long side. Otis is weaker than the stock market right now. VZ. Ooh, I like VZ. I'm waiting for a pullback on this thing so I can go long. But I'm not getting one. IBM, I'll check IBM. No, too much of the you got too much of this. Look. No, no, no. Resistance right here. You want to be right here. See this? You want to be on this side of this. What servers do you send out all those trade recommendations on? The one I showed you was the pit. Not all of them, but like six this week, five or six this week. That's the pit. Uh, how do you add volume candles? You just go up to TC2000, just put volume. It's not complicated. It's really look. If I could use TC2000, you guys can use TC2000. Here, yeah. Anyway, look here. I'll do something for you. Here, I'll share my screen with you. I'm going to share this layout with you. Okay. Here, here's my layout. Here's my layout. Okay. Is the Pit live trading session? Pit is Telegram all day long. Yeah, VG, we haven't had any alerts in the A line because the stock market's at the 200-day moving average. Folks, I can give you as many bad trades as you'd like, but I'd rather just give you lesser good trades when the market's at the 200-day moving average. All right. So let's look at some stocks and see how they're holding up compared to the SPY. Speaking of SPY, what is SPY doing? It's still above the VWAP. If it starts going below the VWAP, I'm going to start looking at shorts. Also, Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to make a couple of bucks for all of us here. All right, let's continue. GLD, not looking good at all. See, money's not coming into gold right now. That's bad. I still like Verizon a lot. I liked McDonald's quite a bit. I missed McDonald's and I missed Verizon. And I gave them both to you guys in the pit. And I said that I'm watching them for a pullback. I'm still watching them for a pullback. Okay. Yum brand. Yummy. Looks yummy. BMY. I'd like to see it above the VWAP, but not bad. Para. Again with the AT&T. This AT&T doesn't want to leave me alone. Paramount looks really good. Amgen looks really good. So those are the stocks that I'm targeting today. I gave you a list of stocks that I'm targeting today, but I want to talk to you guys about something important. And by the way, we have a class in about 10 minutes. Here's the link for that class. Do you guys see how I analyze stocks all day long for every program? That's all I do. I sit there and I see if my hit list stocks are strong or weak, and I add stocks to my hit list and I take them away. What do you recommend to use as capital? Money? You mean the amount of monies, Jay? I'm sorry. Can you expand on your question? Oh, AT&T, yeah. Those are the three stocks that I'm looking at today. Verizon, AT&T, and McDonald's. And each of them needs a pullback, in my opinion. Brett says, my wife says hello and thank you. You are welcome, Brett. Up on AbbVie, good. All right. So I want to show you guys something, and then I gotta go to the other room. And I hope everybody joins me. Money, it depends what you're doing. If you're doing swing trading, my suggestion, Jay, is to start with one share. Trade one share till you get really good at what you do. All right. One share. Then it depends on the program. If you're doing swing trading, you just need a couple of $1,000s. If you're doing day trading and the pit and want to follow along with all of that, 25. All right, so I want to show you guys something. And actually, who was it that gave me that IBM trade? That was actually a perfect example. Folks, what a lot of you, good for you, John. I hope she's well. You almost came to our class. What you want to do, 95%, hey, that's a lot better than most people. One of the things I see you guys doing, and I see you guys doing this all the time, and I want you to stop doing this. You're not waiting for confirmations. You see a trade and you just take it. You don't wait for confirmations. Folks, if you're seeing a resistance area like this, all I did was anchor the VWAP to the highest high. We haven't broken here yet. There's no technical reason to take IBM. There's a resistance literally at the high peak. Look how well this works. Look at where the resistance is. No good. No bueno. You need to be here. You need to get confirmation. Yes, patience and wait for the... Okay, so if you're day trading, wait for the bar to close. Don't do anything till the bar that you're looking at is closing. Do you know how many times a candle will open and it'll only be open for 2 minutes and folks will be like, oh, I'm going to go long. And then the candle closes at the bottom and they're like, oh, I didn't wait for the candle to close. I'll look at Apple real quick. Almost ready. It needs to close above this level. But the problem with Apple is see the highs are getting lower. I would never ever buy a stock with lower highs like this unless it was breaking out. I need it to go above this level right here. Until Apple breaks above 250, I have no interest in it whatsoever. Folks, I'm not here to tell you, I'm not here to look at stocks for you. I'm here to teach you something. Please stop posting stocks for me to look at. I'm begging you, please. So what I want you guys to do is wait for confirmations. For example, let's say this was a breakout. You wait for this bar to close above this level. Close and then wait for the next bar. Don't just blindly go buying something that a bar is still open. Don't do that. When you're here, see this right here? Let's say you're waiting for a VWAP. Oh, Roger, it's at the VWAP. I'm going to buy it. No, you don't buy it right. You don't buy it right here. You buy it right here as it goes back above and closes above the VWAP, like above right here. Okay? So I want you guys to understand. Please be patient and wait for confirmations. All right? Very, very important. All right, last time, here's the link. I'll be in the room in a few minutes. Again, the last thing I want to do is talk about politics, but unfortunately right now, tariffs is the only thing that matters for the market. And I mean that. It's the only thing that matters for this market. Not just for our market, but for Chinese market, European market, and Japanese market. And unfortunately, the person who is the one that's making this decision, his name is Donald Trump. All right? Once that changes, I won't be talking about that. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. And again, please understand, I'm trying to teach you the vulnerability of the market, not about politics. They just happen to be crisscrossing right now. All right. Not a problem, 80. I hope this was helpful. We've been getting some really great testimonials from the pit and all the other programs. Please send one if you have one. rogerscott.com. And I'll see you in the other room. And it's going to be about the Pro Trader dashboard, which is how I use to gauge relative strength, which is the lesson that I showed you right now. So I hope to see you guys there real soon. Bye.